So this black bin fur that used to be smashing. What is that?
Camera.
Come and stand in front of me. Happy birthday on my birthday. Come on, Jessie, come be on.
It's not a photo, it's a video camera.
Oh, is
I
it?
thought I'd film you opening your presents.
Oh, no.
And film the two Jessicas together.
On television. You can put them on television.
Yeah.
Go round to Grandma. Go on, and you'll be on Stephen's camera.
Go and sit on Grandma's knee.
Be on telly again.
You don't just stick a photo, do you know?
No, it's like a TV camera. I'll put it on here.
Smashing is that, isn't it? I used to be a right good singer in my young days, and I've never sung over an arc, and I'd love to. When operas on, I'm singing with you. I haven't the same voice now, beyond, I haven't breath. But I used to have a right good voice, you know. There's a soprano. They used to ask me to get up at clubs to sing, and I couldn't face the crowd, you know.
Weren't all shy.
And they could hear me above everybody else, turning round, who's that soprano? And I could have made some money with it really if I could have had confidence, you know. Well, I could have clubs anyway. I don't think I'd have made, well, if I had your voice trained, it's
That's it, yeah.
you know, but I had a very good voice, you know, even.
Look at him, looks like he's about 110 years old or something, I felt.
Oh my God! Oh, I can't stand men with beards. Oh, all thinks about these little whip fingers running about. That's the best for me. Oh, I know a little fella. Who is he?
Old Moore, it's called. There is to sell stuff on markets.
I'll have a good look at these, aren't they?
Yeah, they're interesting, aren't they?
Yeah. There you are. I remember them days well. That's it. A lot better than what they are now.
Jess.
All but funerals, see. Still live hard.
Don't keep balancing that, you'll hurt your
Oh,
eyes.
you're interested in them, Stephen.
Yeah.
I have my others, it's top drawer about old fur and things, you know,
Oh, yeah.
old, I can remember all them up cliff, all them old cottages and things. And money they are now.
Yeah.
And they were terrible when I was young. I don't know they lived in them.
Yeah. You go for
No,
about
that
£50,000 now, don't they?
There you go. All right, thank
Are we
you
good
very
enough?
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right, we're off now, Grandma.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Thank you for a kiss, Jess.
Yeah.
Be quick.
Okay.
Go on.
Alright, we'll give her a look one for a birthday.
Go on.
Thank you, Jessica.
Quick.
Thank you for your present.
So see you later.
Yes, this is lovely, aren't you? Ooh, blooming neck. I think with me little she's like, but she's not so shit. Ooh, you're eggy, aren't you?
Well, but last week she just started eating right again now.
Yeah.
Ain't you?
See you later, Grandma.
Yeah.
See you later.
Enjoy your
That's
day.
all.
See you later.
Yes, thank you.
See you later,
See ya.
Stephen.
See ya.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
well,
awesome.
they're interesting to look back on.
That's
aren't
right,
they, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And if you'll not know them, will you? You're not.
No,
that
everything was
sort of
demolished.
thing, Yeah.
Years ago.
Oh, I can
wasn't it?
remember old times when I was young. A lot better days than these two.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were a lot happier days. They were. Can we put that on to the side? Though?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, it's yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
You must know like teddy bears. Is that a, what's that? That's a rabbit, is it?
Yeah, a little bunny.
I'm a rabbit and all instead.
I just been down Blackburn for these because I got one of them last Saturday and I put it on the sideboard and I just went to wrap it up this morning. It's all stuck together like someone spilled something on it. So I just gone down Blackburn and bought another one.
Oh.
I think someone must have knocked
Wait,
something
have
over.
you bought that video yourself?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to send up to Beale, are you?
They can win lots of money, can't you?
Yeah.
200 quid.
Yeah. Oh, you say you take it with you when you go out. You say anything unusual, you take it.
Yeah.
£250 for everything they print.
That's right, yeah.
Alright. I mean, a lot of them, it's the same, aren't they? They're all falling away.
Yeah,
from that,
yeah, it makes you wonder if
They're
they're
falling
put-up
in
jobs.
water, and I think somebody's done a purpose.
Yeah. So George phoned me there when he comes to Blackburn.
Yeah, oh, I know, George. Yeah. He did his tax off, though. You know, he didn't bring much. A good comedian, though. Good comedian.
Right,
He said he'd come again. We're being ill this morning. Oh, I keep being right bad attacks and not breathing.
right.
And Bill said it's my lungs. I'm not. I sit at kitchen out because it's cooler, you know.
Yeah.
But I've just had some sherry and that's warmed me up.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
cake I've made. I put the cake in for them on Friday, and I wind up. It would be half an hour overcooked.
Oh,
So
right.
anyway, I've cut top off, and cake seems to be. I've just had a piece and it's very nice.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
cake underneath.
Oh, right.
So
There's no
I
room.
put strawberries and cream on top.
Oh, right. There's no room for this car. Look at all this stuff.
Beside of Carol's, that one. Yeah. There's not much room with them big photographs, is there?
No.
Can not put it up front of Carol.
Who are they all off? 16, did you say? 16?
Yeah. There's some at the table what Bee's just fetched on your mother's, that big red rose card's your mother's. She always gets a lovely big card, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's somewhere in Blackburn where she gets them. Even the home care women sent, the two of them sent me cards and some flowers yesterday. Hey, she come in, did woman, she's coming that morning, she gets me up, you know, helps me to get up and wash and dry. And she came in and she had a green coloured shower coat on, you know, and I were having I think I were having my breakfast. Oh yeah, what day was it? Friday. She beamed, that were it.
Yeah.
She had been, but she'd come again with these flowers and card. And she come in the kitchen and I just looked up and I couldn't see her face.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
says to her, who are you? She says, it's me! You know, I'll have to tell her when she comes on Monday. Not come on Monday now. Your mum just comes down at Sunday morning, you know.
Yeah.
It's nice to have somebody there and there's bits of things she can do, you know. And I'm not always as bad as I have been today.
Jessie and Robert, I often read your poems in the paper.
Oh, a woman called Jessie, and I've only seen her once, and she used to work at Vauxhall, your mum.
Oh, yeah.
Knows her very well.
Yeah.
And she sends me Christmas cards and birthday cards, and I don't know her address.
Oh.
I said, that's just what then keep you writing your poem.
Yeah, I think she lives in Waddington, doesn't she?
I've written about Accrington and all, and they haven't printed any. I've sent two up since, and they haven't printed them. I think they fed up with me sending them. Yeah, they're all nice, aren't they? They're lovely, some verses, yeah. But oh, it's weird when you can't see proper.
Yeah.
I can only have to see with television, you know, and I can't read a word that comes on it. I like watching that Wheel of Fortune, so I get this chair and put it up there near it.
Oh yeah, a bit nearer, yeah.
I'm getting them before them sometimes. If you're alright, I'd like to do something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Roy Walker were on yesterday afternoon.
Oh yeah, Irish fella.
Yeah. You know, you see, I don't know when things are on, you know.
Yeah.
I was right surprised when I switched over and he were on. He's been on a bit, I know.
Do you not get a telly guide out of paper, or is it too small to read?
Sorry?
You have them telly guides in paper, don't you, but it's right little tiny writing what's coming on telly.
Oh.
But you not get them. In News of World there's a TV programme guide,
Yeah.
and it tells you what's coming on telly.
Could I read it?
Well no, it's right little tiny writing, so you might be struggling.
That Lucas comes with paper at Saturday in Mirror. It's full for a week's television, and yet they put it in every day, paper. Half the paper's full of it again.
It's just to fill paper up, isn't it?
You know, they must have tons of money to burn.
Yeah.
Anyway, very nice of them. I'll keep you somewhere where I can see them.
Do you like Baby
I'll
Shan?
have a table, I'll have this table here, I'll put them on there.
Do you like that stuff, baby sham? It's very, very strong stuff. 6% proof it is.
Oh,
So you might be, you might be like that, getting drunk.
I say I've got a lifeline because I'm always having falls, and last night I had a rock floor half an hour.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I haven't happened anything since I went on it. Isn't it funny that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It could be serious next time, it could be worse, you know.
yeah.
Could be all in some pan of water or something to have
Oh,
a
yeah.
gas stove on, you know. I'm frightened to death of falling. It's affecting my balance a lot of my head, and the torture's in my head that's done my eyes.
Yeah, alright.
And you can't do nothing about it, said at Royal Infirmary. You can't do nothing about it. So I have to put up with everything.
Yeah,
It gets you down at times though, start doing nothing on your own, you know, nobody to talk to and nobody to do anything if you want something. It's a break for me, Bill coming for his dinners, it's something to do,
Yeah.
a break for me, you know.
yeah.
So, I know it comes to everybody, doesn't it? If you lose your partner, that's it. I once said to you that, Grandad, we were in the kitchen and I think we got to Centres.
Yeah.
I think he must have been ill then. He was dead at 72. And I said to him, I said, we've got to Centres, it's time we're going out more and enjoying ourselves more, you know, we had a car. I says, we're not that much longer to live, getting at 70s. He looked at me like he never thought of, well, he wouldn't have thought about it before, you know.
No.
He says, I couldn't cope if anything happened to you. I thought, well, he's never learned nothing over years, he couldn't boil an egg, you know. Some men can, they can look after well, you have to do, haven't you, when mum's away. But he never made a meal in his life.
Right.
Never, he'd sit waiting, if I were out, I used to go to Karen, Merrian's at Blackburn, when she lived in Blackburn.
Yeah.
They'd wait for me coming home from Blackburn, and they all sat there waiting for me to make tea.
Was that chip shop not there then? Was the chip shop not open then?
I suppose so, but I mean, I was bought in from meals,
Oh, yeah.
you know. But they haven't sense to look and make anything. I don't know. I thought, well, men that can't cope, it's their own fault, more or less, because they're supposed to. Bill's a right good cook, he makes all sorts of foreign things, you know, using curry and all that, and
Alright.
always using. I've tried it, but I can't taste it. All them little jars on top of them drawers, I put it all in what I cook, especially chicken, and I can't cook and smell, taste a thing, or smell either. I can smell things burning, that's all. Ooh. One time I left my grill on, oh my God.
Where were you, upstairs?
No, I just forgot it. I were in here when it's, you know, I just walked, I thought that were hot, you know. Well, I left blinking ground, it were red hot.
Alright.
Oh God, never done it since. And that's what they do with chip pan a long while since, so I stand over it now. Don't leave it. If I make chips, they don't have them something. Bill likes chips because he says they don't have them at home. They have a deep fryer, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They don't make chips, he says. But he makes plenty of other things.
What's this on telly, Robin Hood?
You've just had one on, something similar to this, and then they get another the same. I'm not interested in this one, we're alright with something. You have nothing else to look at. Just a bit of company. Some programmes, you're not so bad. More colourful they are, the better I can see them. Like them, they're a bit neutral, you know. Not right good. Can't see their faces at all. I can see a bit generally, you know, but I don't know who's on sometimes, who they are. They've heard a bit less of things, haven't they? Is that Karen?
Yeah.
I've never seen David, seen yours to Andrew got married.
Oh yeah, I just saw him today. He rang around with a gang on Sam
I've
Gacy.
seen Dave and he's been with his mother, you know, to your Karen, but David, I've never seen him for years.
He's got right close, he's shaved his head down to woods.
Your Andrew has more or less, hasn't he? He's got a short haircut. Yeah, that's your mum's, that red rose one, that big one. I think she gets them somewhere in Blackburn, she does get some nice cards. Well, they're all nice to a point, I mean, it's not size of them. Some of the verses, they used to make me cry. Anyway, I've got some very nice things.
Yeah.
But,
How'd you put this in fridge? It's better chilled, isn't it, baby Sham? How'd you put it in fridge, or is it alright on you?
oh yeah, yeah.
It's better in fridge if it's chilled, you know.
When keep them cool, yeah.
Yeah.
You can put it at the bottom, there's a bottle at the bottom, you
Right.
can put it aside of it. That sherry I've had, I had that biggish glass half nearly full, and then my face burned.
Alright. I thought you looked a bit red, yeah.
You know, less than that, I had a drink of shorts. It's Bristol cream.
Oh yeah, it's powerful stuff, isn't it?
I told her to get some of that QC, it's very nice at Co-op, you know, but she's got me that. I've always had that. Graham
Yeah,
used to fetch me over back
Yeah,
then.
it's
I've never
nice stuff,
Christmas.
yeah.
I don't see him now, he's on taxiing business now, you know.
Oh, is he?
And I don't see him, but I've only seen him twice this last 2 years. He fetched me a right big box of chocolates, about £3 of chocolates, then last time he fetched me some of them. It's 2 Christmases since. I've only seen him twice since then. He lost his wife with cancer,
Yeah.
spinal cancer.
Alright.
He lives down Solly Drive in Arwood now, he's come back to home. So I talk to him on phone now and again.
Mm.
His daughter and her husband's party, they haven't been married all that long. And she's got house up Cattle Street, they come one day this time to ask how Bill to do some bits of jobs at house, you know. Well, I we dropped on when he was. And he looked rough like he was decorating for it, you know. And I can't reckon him up sometimes. He has right short grey hair, but when he come, he had not white, but like a cream white, and long, he had wanted it cutting.
Oh.
And I can't understand, I've seen him twice, but when he were at Gary's, he always had this short grey hair. I don't know whether he had it tinted or what, I don't know. But I've only seen him twice with that light coloured hair, and he's not sentimental, you know.
It's not his brother, is it? Has he got somebody else coming in?
There's a photo on top of the fridge, how Bill found it, I took his photo once he garage. I cut his head off, he has no head off. He inside in that little place upstairs in back room, and lots of rubbish in.
Oh yeah.
So he started it all up for me. Yesterday we rained off at morning, he come here, he said, I'm after to order that, tidy that job up, so I do get bits of jobs done. Put me 2 new windows in, well I've had that done a while at parlour, like, he wanted to put me another new one in, I said, there's no wrong with that, I'm not even, because he's put me a plastic one upstairs, he said, you can't, you know. I said, I'm not paid that price for a £300 for a window and it doesn't need putting in. Supposed to be doing my chimney stack and then he's built all lots.
Mm.
You're not to see my bathroom, will you? He took my bath out and tiled it all and put me a shower in.
Oh no.
Shower cubicle in, it's like that. A woman has come on Monday, a fresh woman, my regular one's gone to Spain this week. And I had another woman on Monday and she says, oh, your bathroom lovely, it's pale green, but have a lemon, it were a lemon bathroom suite, you know. He's done all the tiles pale green, so and it's like gold coloured, his old frame at the shower, and it was right nice. And under my double bedroom, full of raining in spots, he'd done all the roof and underneath. It was that rotten, when he stepped on something, his foot come through the bathroom ceiling. In that room. Done it also, he's done my kitchen for me, he's done the top of it. Panelled it all and fitted it. Graham gave me them cheap, them fitting. Let me have them cheap. Bill says, I asked him how much he wanted for it. He had a new kitchen put in at the post office where they went in Clitheroe.
Oh yeah.
And they had them 10 out, you know, and they were trying to sell them. And Bill says, how much do you want for your cupboards and things? He says, £100. He says, well, I want some for my mother. He says, right, 50. Right, grand with me with Graham when he were here, you know. And it's somewhere to go and have a camp and have a laugh. Oh well, nothing lasts forever, does it? No, we're just telling me, Andrew, how, like when you were little, you didn't know about you going to Christmas. Well, she didn't, I don't think. And she didn't know anyway, and I was telling about you being in, or, you know. I says, no, he's 6'7" and 19 stone, are you?
I was 20, but I slimmed down a bit now.
I said, you went to your checkups when you were 30, didn't you?
Yeah.
I says, it's been alright. I says, all these years, I says, I have another one come under my arm. But they're not malignant, but still they're there, you know.
Yeah.
I've had it in 91, my other. It's down here until this come under my arm. I don't tell the doctor, he only put me back on full strength tablets, they used to make me ill.
Oh well.
I'm on half strength now, then to make 7 tablets and lots of controversy about them at the moment. There's had a lot of side effects. I know I've lost a lot of my hair, and I've had bad legs and things, you know. And this short breath, both Elsie and Mary want me to come off them, but doctor says I haven't to do. And specialist said I'd have to second for rest in my life, you know. But if they'd really been malignant, I wouldn't have been here, I don't think. You can't treat, they can't keep them down. If they're malignant, you've got to have criticism. Oh, it's a waste of time for a lot of, I mean, you suffer more with treatment, don't
That's
you?
right, yeah. Chemotherapy.
If you do come round, I mean, they just save some lives, I mean, but for years they've been on about it. And always asking for money, and for leaving them money, they will. You must, I keep saying I don't think they want to know.
Well, in paper it said in America you've got a much better survival rate in America. Because they've got better specialists, we haven't got enough specialists.
Well, they all keep going to America, don't they? If they better themselves, you know. We have not all these packages taking over, haven't they? Terrible. Well, I don't know what country's come to, I don't. It's been dreadful.
They keep on about NHS being free, but it's not free because you take about £25 a week out from your wage to pay for it, so it's not free. They're making billions.
Well, it's not fair. I've written to government, I wrote to Tories and I wrote to Tony Blair before he got in, you know, got in, and said why did all these foreigners get everything free, while we have to pay or go without. Didn't get no. I got reply from Tory from DSS in London. All sorts of excuses. I sent it back to him. Oh no, what will I say? No, I didn't send that back. I wrote up to them about an old woman what had been murdered with 2 lads on drugs. And they stabbed her with a meat fork, they'd raped her and then they murdered her. It was dreadful what were in paper, and I wrote to the Home Office about that. And this letter came back, the EC says we haven't to torture people. Well, back of their letter, I says, had that woman no rights that went through that? And I've got a reply to that. But when I wrote about, I didn't say any special locations or anything, but I said all these scroungers to come in living on state, getting everything free. And I've made all sorts of excuses. They've had so much money, they've had this and that, they're not coming in illegally in 100,000s.
Yeah, look at our next door neighbour.
You've got someone to be making policy.
He's in jail, he's still in jail for it. He got 3 years jail for it, illegal immigrants.
You want to take him back where they come from. It's terrible what they get out of this.
Well, money.
It's them that's ruined this country.
Money.
What's it going to be like?
That bloke next door, the money he made from illegal immigrants, he bought a Mercedes with. So they must pay him.
We wonder where we're getting money.
They must pay him thousands of pounds at a time, and he must be making thousands. But that's it. When he was jailed, they took his car off him and they've sold it of customs. So.
They're beggars for money. I'm not sweepers at work. When we had sweepers at work, you know, lots of Asians come sweeping at Arthur Street Mill. And my he was only a young lad, a very young, in his teens I should think, well he was on a small med so I can't say how old he were, but the things that fit out with him when he was 12 fit him, so you can tell how little he were. And he said to me, they got £7 a week for a sweeping room. B, you want £10? He couldn't speak English, but he would say that. B, you want £10? Oh, and I gave him some clothes, some green corduroy pants and some shoes that fit him, but I would him more when he couldn't, you know. He wouldn't have them at first. He must have thought I wanted something for him. I gave him he took him at thing. And then there were another older fella, he come round with tea, he was a sweeper. He wants to stool away when I'm going to sit down. Ooh, what a man.
You should have sat on him.
I tried to do, but he was quicker than me. I went round with a cup of water and all this among to the lot, you know, down in lobbying.
What you do is pour it over his head.
He had the funny eye, you know, but he looked about in his 50s, I should think. He was a comic though, you know. Used to have lots of fun at Mill, especially at Christmas, you know. Not with them, but before they come.
Right, so I'll go and have some dinner, I think. No, I've been down Blackburn getting them books for the past couple of hours.
Where'd you get them?
Smith, W.H. Smith.
Yeah.
They've got a section saying local history. And there's about 100 books altogether, all different ones. Well, yeah, I didn't have out of Howard, I was looking, but...
I have one, you bought me one, I have it at the top of the door there.
Oh yeah, you still got it?
It's old Howard, yeah.
The one by Winnie Bridges.
And then there's that Lancashire one there, you see that map, you bought that.
Oh yeah.
One there.
I keep forgetting what I've bought you.
I know, I was telling them, I said, you bought me all sorts. Oh, but the kids are gone mad by them frogs in winter. Every time they come, they want them frogs on. I don't put them on when I can't see them, you know, and I can't have them in here. And,
I shouldn't have got them really, because...
And Jessica, well, not Jessica, she comes much, but Susan's too. They're all right, beeline for them. And young, he's 3, he's due, this little boy. Oh, he's in, right. Everything's their way when he's gone.
Well, they have some nicer ones now. I got that from Blackpool when I went to Christmas, but down Blackburn now, almost every stall sells them all different ones, and instead of frogs, they're little cherubs and dolphins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now I've got that, there's some nicer ones available.
Yeah, I know, it's every case. There used to be a shop in Harwood, a bit further up than what used to be Mercer's Tailors.
Oh yeah.
It's all things like that, and raindrop things.
That's right, yeah, oil lamps, yeah.
Oh, but when them kids come, they make the thing upside down. He takes me cat off, throws it, and gets that bedding box, get it winged until we can from. Else he's watering my garden, he's emptied all my garden thing. Oh, but I think Beast filled them up. She said, haven't you fill them up? I said, well, you can do, you want, I can't carry them to fill them up, you know. Emptied all my buckets of water. They don't need water in the weather with that, do they?
No, miserable, isn't it?
Anyway, I'm going to have a meat butty for my tea. I've had a, well, I don't eat a lot now like I used to do. I can't face it. I'm not enjoying my food like I used to do. Oh, I've gone off everything. Crisps, I've gone off crisps, I've gone off chocolate even. Though I like a bit now and again, you know. Well, that's my age as well in chocolate thing. I've got two, well, I've got half a pound in a pound box. Your Sue sent me some chocolate. I don't need any presents at 86. You don't get stuck what to buy. So a nice card's enough when you're old.
I like to get something different, something interesting, but...
And else has put all my presents on my trolley in there, my tea trolley.
Oh yeah.
There's a little hat somewhere, is it there, that table? There's a Emma's bought me. She bought me that and somebody else, I forgot what. I think a little tin of toffee or something. I have to put that out wall. I have a big one there, one
there's
of
a
the
little.
caramels bought me.
There's a loop on back.
Yeah. I have to pin it out wall somewhere. And I says, over the years, I've never had as much stuff. And more money, a lot more money, but I can't.